Alright, good morning everyone. I hope everyone's doing well this morning. Just me today. I was just speaking to my uncle and he's got to go and shovel some snow. So, yeah, fun day for him. But I think he's probably just sitting in a runner anyway from yesterday's 69.04 failed breakdown off the open. Just highlighting again why, of all the evening sessions, that is the one to trade, even if it's just half an hour that you can give to that session. It's always worth the time. So got the kind of the pre-market overview up on the screen there, showing where we are on the 5-day range, the prior day range, obviously quite high up now and above the overnight range. Buy the dip continues. Bulls have yet again recovered that bull flag, which was down at 69.04, and the aim for them today is to hold that 69.23, which is really our first level of interest. There are a few smaller kind of intermediate levels in here, but I don't think much of interest if you're in a runner. Looking at the 4-hour on the left, obviously we've got the bull flag in blue, and that's what we put in a fairly substantial failed breakdown off of yesterday, off of the open. Let me bring up my pen here. So obviously quite a violent open, tariff news I suppose. A lot of action in the first couple of minutes, but then it settled down and we made a run up to 69.04. Let's put that on a lower time frame. Oh, wrong chart. And you can see the kind of acceptance we had here. So this is now on a 3-minute time frame. Pushed up to it. Was hoping for a little dip off of it from beneath. Didn't really get that. It was maybe a tiny one. Pushed through about 6 or 7 points, and at this point you're thinking, oh gosh, no, I hope we're not going to have to use the non-acceptance protocol here, because that would have been kind of ugly coming off of the low at 68.79, and would have been pushing an entry right up into this major 69.11 level. But thankfully we dipped beneath and then popped back above and were able to get an entry in there. So that was fairly clean. Nice one to start the week. So what does that mean today then? The main entries of quality are a little bit lower than where we are right now. The 69.23 to 26 is the big one. So it was a level from the newsletter. We recovered it last night and we've put in a couple of significant lows here, which will be very interesting to trade around if we do get a flush. I'm trying to find my pen. So this is also the bull bear line from the newsletter, so do watch out for this. And for me personally, I would want to see a more significant flush. I mean, you could argue that we've already maybe put in a micro fail breakdown of it in the London session here. So for me, I would want to see a fairly dramatic flush down to 11, come back up and rip for an entry through there. Probably be looking to get in a little bit above this shelf. So right at the 26 level for me would be an entry. So that was the first trade of quality. And then 79 is a good one down here. 904 is already played. I don't think I'll be entering that again. There really isn't a clear kind of structural low around here for me, as far as I can tell, to trade around that one. So these are kind of number 1 and 2 strong entries. We do have the add-on strength level above at 64. We're coming in from a long way down, obviously at 79. So here you would definitely want to see it come up and put a substantial dip in before coming up and attempting the reclaim of this 64 level. And that's essentially a breakout trade. So you want to see a nice strong dip of acceptance. For anyone who's not in the trade, and if we aren't getting huge amounts of action, it's going to be difficult to find a trade of high quality in here. There is a little bit of a kind of support resistance shelf, maybe around the 38 level. But for that, I would just keep an eye on Adam's tweets. He sent out a couple this morning. The first one was to watch for traps under 35 and 25, approximately. 35 kind of played in the London session with this scary flush here, come back up. So that's kind of already gone. And now he's really just saying to hold runners. But there is perhaps a tiny little shelf in here for a lower quality, small size entry. We've pushed off that about 15 points now. So, maybe barely meeting the requirements of a significant low. But if you're looking for something, that might be the first super low quality entry. But for me, it's 23 to 26 and 79 today. So with that, I will leave you and catch you all in the Discord, just waiting for that volatility to come in, kind of hands off at this point. Nothing to do up here. Don't force anything, don't chase anything. If you're flat, so be it. There's nothing to trade up here in this region that conforms to the system. So just be patient. You won't have to wait long. Something else will come. It's pretty heavy news week, so Trump's likely to speak tomorrow. FOMC is Wednesday. And there's a couple of other things I think coming later. So I'm sure we'll get some volatility later in the week, if not this morning. So with that, we'll catch you in the Discord. Trade safe, and we'll see you tomorrow.